Mwah. Thanks for watching.
Hello, my beautiful peaches. Welcome back to my channel, Life with Saphira, and it's your host, Saphira. Today we're going to be doing some cooking, but I'm not going to be the one cooking. Today we're going to have a special guest who's going to be making a most delicious meal his way. So let me go ahead and introduce Guero.
Hi everybody. Yeah. We're also testing new mics, so hopefully everything works out. Yeah, so we're gonna be making green chicken enchiladas, also with some Mexican rice and some refried beans. I'm gonna be doing it kind of the lazy way, so I'm not gonna be roasting my own peppers. I'm gonna be using, I think it's primarily this Hatch Valley 505 green chili. It's basically Hatch peppers already roasted for you and everything. I got it at Walmart. Hopefully your Walmart has it, but who knows. Okay, well, I guess let's get started. The very first step, though, before we even get there, is we have to boil some chicken breasts because we're going to need to shred that chicken. So, do you mind getting that chicken breast for me? And then for your guys' sake, I am going to try to measure as many things as I can, even though I don't normally do that. But so first, all right, so this is 3 chicken breasts. They're pretty big though, so that is 2 pounds 11 ounces. Obviously take away a little bit of weight from the bag. So yeah, almost 3 pounds of chicken breast. That's quite a bit. Okay. All right, we need a pot. And make this not loud. Yeah. Okay, so my mom would tell you to boil it in a lot of water. I will tell you that takes longer, so I boil it in as little water as I can, kind of. So I'm gonna shoot for 2 quarts of water, maybe add a bit more. So move some of these morning dishes out of the way. Oh, and try to remember to fill it with hot water. That way, you know, it boils quicker. Oh yeah, it's funny. It reminds me of we're watching Hell's Kitchen right now. I forget which season, but in one of those seasons, somebody thought starting with colder water it would boil faster. It's like, come on now.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah. All right. So to that, you would, again, my mom would tell you add salt. I would tell you, sure, salt's fine, but this has a bunch of salt and flavor. So, which we're gonna need more. Oh. Center your pots. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be measuring things, right? Yeah, that's my measuring spoon right there. See, I don't even know where my measuring spoons are because I really only keep them for her or for baking. Very important for baking. So I'm gonna do, well, no, for that much.
I would say like a whole teaspoon.
Yeah, well, tablespoon.
Tablespoon, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a whole tablespoon of chicken bouillon. It's okay if it's a little extra. To this, we'll be adding 1 medium to large onion. Technically, you can just add it, like cut in half and just chunk it in there. My mom doesn't cook that way, and neither do I. So we're going to peel it. and cut off both of its ends if you want clean cooking, as my mom calls it. So bear with me for a minute. I'm gonna go peel this. You can show them your little crock thing.
Now y'all get to hang out with me. Look at these little oven-safe dishes that we found at Aldi. It's super cute little pumpkins. They were like $10, so we got 2 of them. I can't wait to use them. I'm trying to figure out what to use them with. There's so many different recipes, but we'll see. Y'all, I love when he makes this. It is so delicious. Like, it makes me hungry just thinking about it. He doesn't do it as often because it is a lot of steps. Like the original way was a lot more steps. Thankfully, with him finding this way, it's a lot better. But hopefully, if y'all try it out, let us know how it comes out. We really want to know and how y'all enjoyed it.
Now I will be leaving that end just so that it stays together. Okay. Well, I lost part of my onion, but this should still be enough. Again, that's a medium size-ish. If you want weight, 5.5 ounces. Oh, and I'm sorry I didn't do this before, but 155 grams.
It's okay, I'll add it in the description.
Yeah. Do you mind checking that?
Don't mind.
Okay, next. 2, maybe 3 large cloves of garlic. So. And again, technically, you do not have to peel these when you're making a broth like this, but I do. So. Oh, and that's the easiest way to peel them. Crush them a little bit.
Which I had no idea of this hack, so when the first time I saw a garlic clove, I was like, how do you get in there?
Yeah, those were kind of small, so I'm gonna do about 2 more little ones, but places when they make their broths, they don't peel any of this.
Yeah.
Doesn't really affect your flavor as much as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom is very anal about any extra seed or pepper skin or anything in her cooking, and I've mostly inherited that from her. So.
And when they taste it, they're upset about it.
Well, yeah, like if we go eat a dish where we're used to like taking all the pepper seeds out, and then somebody serves us and they didn't take any pepper seeds out, it throws you off. Even if it tastes good, it's a texture thing, right? Then it gets between your teeth and.
See, told you.
Alright, well, actually, before I do that, I can just. Here's a kind of trick. If you've ever boiled chicken and you've dumped it in here before the water's boiling, you've probably seen a ton of white scum. You can minimize that, kind of even eliminate it. If I had done a lot more water, I could have eliminated it entirely by waiting for it to be a full rolling boil before you put the chicken in. Also, try not to put any of like the chicken juices, because those also turn into like the, I don't know, whatever the scum is, that white scum. So,
It almost looks like chicken fat or like chicken.
kind of. I don't mind it. My mom did. Again, the whole clean cooking thing. That's why I know how to eliminate it. I don't care too much. At most, I'll just skim it off at the end if I care, if it's that much. So.
I love his mom very much. She is an amazing cook. But taking her out to eat is...
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, because she's never satisfied. Never.
Yeah. And then she doesn't... If she goes to a new restaurant, she'll try like their most challenging dish or something like that. Something very easy to mess up. Whereas if I'm first trying a new restaurant that I don't know, I'm going to try something simple, right? Especially if you're traveling through Mexico.
Right.
You know, there can be shady food almost anywhere. And like I would just order burgers.
Yeah.
Very hard to mess up a burger, and even if you do, it's still pretty edible.
Right.
You know?
Very true.
Unless it was places we knew, like of course, if it's places we've been to before, or recommended by family, sure. But on the way, right, like just stopping by at a random. But she can tell you when she went with us, we'll stop every time we needed gas. We'd also like the local taco truck. We'd go get some taquitos.
I couldn't keep up with the amount that they eat.
Because it's literally every stop.
I made it like maybe 2-3 stops, and after I was like, I can't. And like I think the very, very last stop, they were like trying to get me to eat more, and I was like, I can't. And then everyone else is like, well, we got some more room in us. But yeah, we're just waiting for it to boil, or get to a rolling boil, so that way we can dump that chicken in, I believe. But yeah, I'm just here as an assistant and something to look at, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just hanging out with him. I wanted him to be a part of my YouTube channel because, you know, I wanted to do more stuff. Not just cooking, of course. There's like challenges for couples and stuff like that. And then reactions. I don't know, I just thought it was fun, and hopefully he thinks it's fun too.
Yeah. Plus, I don't mind sharing my culture, my food with people. Yeah, so to prevent when I dump these in there, I'm not gonna just dump them in there. I'm just gonna grab some tongs and pull them out. That way I can minimize how much of that liquid I put in there.
And I have made that mistake plenty of times, and it's a lot of white foam that's on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I mean...
Yeah, to me, it kind of looks like mucus. I'm trying not to be...
gross.
Because we're dealing with fuse, but yeah, it's like... Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
It's just not appealing. If you don't want to see it, do it this way. If you don't mind it, then do it your way.
And you can eat it. Like, it's not going to hurt you.
No.
It's just looks unpleasant to some.
Doesn't look appetizing.
Yeah, but we got these big old chicken breasts from Aldi. They have pretty good meat there. At ours, they even have quite a nice selection of lamb. Like they have lamb chops. They have, I think they even have like a whole marinated lamb leg.
Yeah.
Lamb shanks, ground lamb, which she's gonna try and do shepherd's pie, true shepherd's pie.
Yeah, I've done it with the ground beef, and honestly, it's okay, but I feel like it'll be better with lamb. Actually.
Oh, and vapor is escaping energy, so you can help speed it up by just putting a lid on it.
Maybe at some point I'll have my husband will do some science experiments or something. He's very smart. He has a lot of knowledge to share, and
she's never done the volcano, the baking
mache.
soda and vinegar.
Yeah. I've never all those little, I wouldn't call them cliche, but I guess like exciting science experiments that kids got to go through even on TV. I didn't get to go through hardly any of them. So I told him, I was like, well, now that we're older, I kind of want to, because I just want to experience and say, I built a paper mache volcano and I made it explode.
Do you remember the YouTube channel I've been showing you?
It's
But
Smarter
anyways.
Every Day?
No, but anyways.
Oh, Nile Red?
Yes.
Or
Nile
Cold
Blue.
Red? Or
Nile Red.
Nile
No,
Red and Nile Blue. Yeah, he's constantly doing different things, making different things, and sometimes they're dangerous, and instead of stopping, he's like, anyway, so I continued. It's like...
Yeah, like he'll tell you like why this thing is so dangerous, why you should never do it. And then like, but anyways, this is how I did it.
It's like, come on now.
Hey, I love it. We're almost there.
Yeah. Just this by itself, it smells so good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's chicken stock, basically.
Yeah.
right? Chicken bouillon with some aromatics, the onion and the garlic.
I am Hispanic, and I tried like the basic beans, rice, sometimes carne asada and stuff like that. Until I met him, there has been so many different things that I have tried, and I never would have thought of even trying because I
Like
was
mole?
picky. Yeah, mole is so good.
Yeah.
But because of him and his mom, I have been able to try so many great, amazing things.
I need to clarify, mole poblano.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of moles. In fact, there's paste straight from Puebla that my mom brought me a while back. But there you go, authentic from Puebla. Actually, I think it's Tlaxcala where she got it, but still close enough.
Today is a hot day here in Arkansas. Tomorrow,
Hot and humid.
hot and humid, yeah. Tomorrow is going to be another warm day, but I think this weekend is actually the first day of fall. And I think the Monday maybe is supposed to dip down in weather. I am looking forward to that. I miss opening my windows and letting the breeze come in. He knows how to grab a breast.
I mean, I'm kind of more pinching it at the moment, but
Hey, what you like is what you like.
you don't kink shame.
Nope, I do not.
So see, we haven't even come in contact with the chicken. I'm in a sense sanitizing the tongs, right, in the almost boiling water.
Right.
Still gonna avoid touching them, but at least try to be safe. Okay. Clean up as you go, and it'll be less at the end.
That is true. We used to be bad about not doing that, but we kind of got tired of messes and having to clean them all at once.
Oh,
So we tried to avoid.
158.
Okay.
Okay.
So we tried to avoid leaving piles and clean up as we go.
They heard me on that, so 158 is when the breast went in. We will likely cut here soon. They're gonna boil from about 10 to 15 minutes. But when they're done, I'll let you know exactly how long those went for. So just to recap, it was, I don't remember how many. Oh, it was almost 3 pounds. It was 2 pounds, 11 ounces of chicken, whatever that is here in grams. It was 5.5 ounces of onion, which earlier I mentioned the grams. 4 cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of chicken bouillon, and then I will let you know how long they boil for. But honestly, if you want to potentially show them that there is absolutely zero scum.
Yeah.
Like it would have already been created by now.
I will show you. I'm going to pick you up. So deal with it. And there you have it. Nice and clean. No scum
Well,
whatsoever.
actually, I see a tiny few, like right there,
Oh, yeah.
under the water, but
But I
that's
think that's the
nothing.
fat. I think that's just the fat that was
Maybe.
left on the breast, but who knows?
Yeah.
But like he said, we're gonna let it boil, and we'll let you know how long it goes for. But once it's done, we'll pick y'all back up and show y'all the next step. But anything you want to include before we cut?
No, in fact, actually, you probably won't see us until it has cooled off, and we're about to shred it. But we will let you know how long it cooked for.
So see y'all then. Mwah. Bye.
Bye. We're back. This is, I've already shredded the chicken. It ended up boiling for about 20 minutes. I did forget to mention, I left it boiling at medium-low heat. But I also forgot to mention that my chicken breasts were fully thawed. If yours are not, then you'll have to adjust for that. But this is about the texture you want. You don't want it super duper shredded, right? Because otherwise it'll be a jumbled mess at the end. So we're kind of done with the chicken for now. I'm just gonna put it away, cover it with a towel, and then we'll get started on what I would call the guiso, which is the actual cooking, making the
sauce,
the filling of the enchiladas. Okay. So, now we're gonna need pretty large onion. I'm gonna use most of it. I'm actually gonna save a small chunk of it for Mexican rice. So, and this is about how much I'm saving for the Mexican rice. I completely forgot to mention, we're gonna dice it. So we need the diced onion.
the times that he's made this, there's always been a lot of it left over, and the next day eating it is still just as good as eating it the first day.
Yeah, and like in a taco or a burrito, or whatever.
You can put in a bowl and get like tortilla chips and just eat it that way. That's my favorite way of eating it when we eat the leftovers. So yeah, it's good 2 times.
All right. Next, we're gonna dice 4 Roma tomatoes.
Yeah, this is one of the dishes that he does that I get so impatient because I want it to be done so I can be eating it already, but it's worth the wait. It's definitely worth the wait.
It didn't turn out this way. Like I didn't mean to do this on purpose. But the first time I noticed that the first time I would cook for anybody, like if we had friends over or if I was gonna take food to someone, maybe they're sick, right? If it was the very first time they were tasting my food, it was this green chicken enchiladas. Now, if I'm gonna make it for other people, I will make it traditionally, which I suppose while I'm cutting this, I can talk about what that means. So, you would take generally, or I guess I'll tell you what my family does. So we take at least 1, maybe 2 poblano peppers. Then we take quite a bit. I'm not sure how much to say, maybe 2 pounds worth of either hatch, maybe, what do they call it, Anaheim, or some kind of spicy green chili pepper. We'll roast those. However you do those. I happen to do it using the broiler on our oven, but I've also done it on the grill, etc. Right? Then along with those, you roast the tomatoes and the onion that you're going to use for it. But anyways, here all of that roasting, etc., right, is basically going to be handled by that. So which is a very nice shortcut because toasting and all that, because you then have to clean and peel, and it's a chore. Is it worth it? Yes. Especially again, it's now it's actually the tradition. I've now kind of enforced the tradition, and if it is the first time somebody's gonna taste my food, I will generally cook this.
Yep. And not just this, he's made so many different dishes for so many different people.
Well, sure, but the first time, yeah.
Right, but like every dish that people have tried, they've loved it. They've loved it. Like, he makes a really good jambalaya. People love that. They request it.
I just use Isaac Tubes on it's on YouTube. So the chef's name is Isaac Tubes. I believe the channel name is Munchies. But anyways, look up his jambalaya, and I just follow his recipe basically. I'm not from Louisiana, so I'm trusting him. But it is delicious, so I think he got it right.
Yep.
I've never made gumbo, but I imagine it's actually I know it's very similar to jambalaya. So.
I watched somebody make the, I don't know if it's like sauce or like, or the roux, I believe is what it's called. And
Yeah.
it takes a while apparently.
Well, it depends on how you do it. Yeah, see, that's why I do Isaac Tubes, because Isaac Tubes gets a dark roux in like 10 minutes.
Right, but like I'm guessing these people are doing like a family recipe or a family traditional way. But yeah, she just sat there and just kept whisking and whisking.
Yeah, because they're doing
whisking.
it at a very low heat.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't burn. But if you're gonna be doing that, like, if you're gonna be constantly whisking anyways, you might as well do it as hot as you can.
True.
Because it's how I do it.
But
right?
I guess people just prefer to do it a way that they're used to, I guess.
Oh yeah, sure. When Isaac Tubes tells you, like, if you don't feel comfortable, definitely take your time with it. But I was like, I'm not gonna sit here stirring for 2 hours, or I'm not even gonna sit here and stir for 30 minutes, much less however long that takes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get a dark roux in like 10 minutes. And no, it's not burnt at all. This is definitely one of the dishes that takes me back to home, childhood. Right? Just, I don't know. Probably because it takes so much effort to just kind of need to appreciate the dish at the end. Okay, so we have our 4 Roma tomatoes and our mostly large onion diced. I do a relatively, I think this is an average dice. Oh, some of these are kind of big, but that's okay. It's not a big problem. Okay. Next, we are going to get our pot ready. So I'm going to set aside this broth because we are going to use it for the rice in a bit. Oh, we forgot to buy our tortillas. So,
We'll make this first and then we'll run and grab some.
yeah, because there's a lot of steps to this. As you know,
Yeah.
Cooking the chicken first, shredding it, then making the guiso, then putting the enchiladas together, and then eating finally.
On top of with the rice and beans.
All right, so we're gonna go. I'm just gonna do. Gosh, it's gonna be maybe a tablespoon of oil of a neutral, high heat oil. This is just vegetable oil. But at the end of the day, just coat the bottom with a very thin layer of oil. That seems fine.
Yesterday was one of our dog's birthday. She turned 11, and I'm weird. I like to spoil them. He just goes along with it because he knows I'm crazy, I guess. But yeah, she turned 11. We got her some tendies, and then she had a little charcuterie board tasting earlier, and then she got some shredded chicken. And then I'm
she's
sure
gonna get some enchiladas.
Yeah.
I mean, not a whole enchilada.
No.
But we try to just, suck all the sauce off of it and just get just the protein.
I know some people are like, oh, you share food with your dog. Yes, we do, but we only share what is safe for them, and as long as it's healthy. I mean, sometimes there's some things like some fruit that one of our dogs loves. We'll give her a little bit of it, but not too much, because we know it's too sweet.
Yeah. we continue to do more of these, you're gonna continue to hear me talk about stuff like this. But yeah, I saw my mom cooking with this when I was like 2, 3 years old with this spoon, and she's now passed it on to me. Okay, so our oil is hot. It's pretty much smoking at this point, lightly. So we're gonna go ahead and dump our.
It sizzles so nice. Very nicely.
Okay, and we're gonna sweat those probably for about 2, 3 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning. You should season every layer, even if it's just a little bit.
As I have mentioned before.
My mom doesn't put any pepper, but I freaking love pepper, so.
He does. Sometimes his motto is keep going until your hand gets tired, and sometimes you keep going after that.
Yeah, and in fact, if you check out that jambalaya video, Isaac too does the same thing. His measurement is just keep going until your arms worn out. I think he even says, and then do 2 more cracks or something like that. So I am cooking this at a pretty high heat. You can probably tell I'm almost all the way on my stove. Now another trick, and this would be kind of the perfect time to do this. It's a cheat for cooking. MSG. I don't know, whatever. There's no concrete proof either way, whether it's bad or good for you. So, whatever. It makes stuff good. I don't want to say the same thing as Uncle Roger because she wants to keep this family friendly.
Try to anyway, or I can bleep it out. That's what others do. Even though some people say MSG is bad for you, I will say it's good for you because, like he says, it makes things taste so good. When he adds it to some of my dishes, I'm like, whoa, that's good.
Or when I add anything umami, because another thing would be Worcestershire, balsamic vinegar. It's like,
Yeah.
sometimes you need umami.
Sometimes you need those bad things that they say they're bad for you to make things good.
I don't know about that. Again, there's really no proof either way.
No.
But, I mean, there's a whole continent that uses it, Asia, like crazy, and they seem to be doing okay. I mean,
Yeah.
heck, they're having babies like crazy, right? So.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so I think we're ready. You can tell when none of your onion is no longer, solid color. It's kind of translucent.
Would you like for me to show them?
No, I think it's okay. It's kind of a lazy way, right? Yeah. Okay, so next we're gonna add this here. Oh, this is embarrassing. No, there we go. Now it is a bit chunky, which I'm okay with. But if you're not, then you can always blend it, right? I might end up doing like an well, no, I'm okay with it being chunky.
Yeah.
This is lazy, right? I could take an immersion blender, which, if you're not sure what that is, one of these things, right? And then just mash it a bit if it's too chunky for you. But I'm okay with it being chunky, so I'll just let it be. Okay, so once we have that, go ahead and mix it up, of course. And we're gonna let this mixture cook a bit. Now, it's gonna be hard to show you, and I don't want to keep moving the camera. So, but Make a note of what the color of the chile looks like right now. It's gonna be sort of bright green. And in about a minute or two of cooking, it'll be slightly darker green, slightly more old looking, I suppose. That's when it's cooked. So you're good. That one. That's when we'll be adding, and we might need to open these. Oh yeah, right. Cream of chicken. I'm actually gonna turn down the heat as well. How's it smell?
Sounds really good. How many cans are you gonna use?
I'm gonna start with probably 3. I bought the 4th just as
Okay.
in case I needed it.
Right.
And then don't leave flavor around. Just a little bit of water and swirl it around and get that flavor out of there. You paid for it.
All right.
Use it.
Might as well get the last drop if you can.
Yeah. And then recycle if you can. Our recycling doesn't accept glass, so oh well. Okay, so my chile has started to darken. I'm gonna start adding these. Hopefully I can just, hopefully we can get like a perfect cylinder to come out of these. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But
The noises it makes though as it's coming out.
yeah, it's pretty sensual sounding.
Yeah. I guess you could call it that. Sometimes when he makes this, I'll start sneezing. It's a chile.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm gonna go back in and scrape those.
Yeah, he likes to make sure he gets all of it out of there too.
Well, again, I paid for it. I'm gonna use it.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it.
Even if we ultimately don't end up eating the whole thing, because, yeah.
There'll be leftovers.
Start mixing it. Now it is gonna, especially if you get the Campbell's. Campbell's is much thicker than this cream of chicken. It's gonna take a while. Just be patient. You know, just keep stirring, maybe a minute or two, and it'll eventually start. The correct word is emulsifying, which just means, you know, coming together as one. And I think 3 is perfect.
Okay.
Alright. Actually gonna turn down the heat a bit more. I wanna, heat's gonna be your friend in breaking up that cream and getting it emulsified. The one thing I will say, this method, they don't look as pretty. The poblano really gives it both a nice flavor, but also makes it look very pretty. Whereas, because this will be like your thing, it's supposed to be green, right? But it looks more brown, if I'm being honest.
Like a brownish green.
Yeah, like a brownish green. But the flavor is still like 90% of the way there here. So it's fine. Yep, mine is pretty much emulsified at this point. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead and taste it. I mean, whatever, however you taste yours, this is fine. I think it's good. Maybe a little more heat.
That's really good. Yeah, a little bit more heat.
Okay.
But that's
So
good.
since I don't have more peppers available, I'm just gonna use red pepper flakes. But for you, that's probably gonna be hot enough. Just gonna do a few sprinkles.
Yeah, if you're not much of a spice person, that level of spice would be perfect. If you want some more of a kick to it, yeah, add some more heat to it if you can.
And again, yes, this is not traditional. I get it. It's okay. It still tastes really good. And it saves you quite a bit of time to do it this way.
Right. Because, I mean, I'm sure there's some of y'all out there that miss somebody from y'all's family that would make this, but y'all really don't want to sit there and have to toast peppers or make sure the store has peppers or that you need. Well, with this way, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's simmering now, and it's emulsified, which means I can now, I'm going to do this in about 2 loads. So just mix this in here. And the easiest thing to do is to just fold. And if you don't know what folding is, it's just go to the bottom, scoop up, turn it, flip it, so that that's turning. See? But that's the key thing, is you gotta flip your spoon. Well, I mean, I guess not always flip it the whole way, but I think y'all get my point.
Yeah.
So now we can start making our enchiladas, like forming them, right? Now there's 2 main ways you can do them. You can roll them. It's a little bit more difficult, but that's fine. Another way to do it is to just stack them like pancakes. So let's go ahead to do this. Now, okay, so however, if you try to roll a just regular corn tortilla, right, it's gonna break. Now we could heat them up in a comal, just a skillet or whatever, to soften them, but that's not really what we're gonna do here. What we're going to do is we're going to fry it. Now, my mom would traditionally deep fry it. Now you don't fry it till it's crispy. It's just like a flash fry. Really softens the tortilla, and honestly brings out a lot of the corn flavor out of it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna wait for this small non-stick pan to get hot. Then I'll add a few drops of oil. That's how I do it. So instead of deep frying, I just drop a few drops each time, kind of swirl the tortilla around. That way, I don't know, you end up with less oil in your meal.
Yeah.
All right, so our pan is almost there. You can feel the heat.
I feel like I've been waiting for forever for this. My stomach is ready to eat itself because I have been smelling this. It has been teasing me.
Yeah, and then I had to run to the store and get tortillas.
So he left me alone with it. I was good. I didn't eat any of it, but trust me, I wanted to.
Okay. I think our pan should be hot enough. So, this particular brand, I really like tortillas, La Banderita. And they're very soft, but you know, again, if I try to roll this, it's just going to break. If I push it any further than that. So, but watch the difference as soon as it's out of here.
If only y'all could hear my stomach right now.
And yes, this method, you're gonna have to burn your fingers a little. I'm used to it, right? Because I'm turning the tortilla after you flip it a little bit. Your mileage may vary. If you need to, just use more oil and use tongs to pull it in and out.
Yeah.
But that's it. Just a tiny bit of oil. See the huge difference in color? Oh. The huge difference in color. This one, see, I can bend much more than the other. So that's how you soften it, so that you can roll it into a enchilada. So I'm just gonna take some of my guiso, put it in here. That's probably a little bit too much.
That's the good stuff right there, y'all.
Then it's so soft, right, that you can just roll it, and tuck it, and that's it. All right, next one. And then obviously like I said, the other way would just be stack them like pancakes. You just put your tortilla on the bottom, put some of your guiso on top, and then put another tortilla and
Just keep
rinse and
layering
repeat as much as you want. So yeah. Now, as far as like a side for this or whatever, a sauce, sour cream is great. We were taught a way to sort of try to recreate Salvadorian cream, table cream. And it's just basically a mixture of just regular sour cream and a bit of heavy whipping cream with a little bit of extra salt. And that will, it's again not exactly Salvadorian cream, but it kind of has that same flavoring. So really nice with these.
I can't see up there.
No worries.
Short people problems, can't see things that are above my head.
I mean, that happens to us tall people too, you know. We
Well,
can't
yeah.
see things over our head.
But y'all tall people, when you're with a short person, y'all forget that you're with a short person and put everything very high. He likes to watch me struggle sometimes too. Like if I'm trying to read something on top of the fridge that I can't really get, he'll watch me for a little bit. He finds it funny and then he'll help me.
Well, as soon as I see she's about to grab the thing, that's when I'll offer, hey, you need some help?
I make a lot of noises when I'm trying to reach for things because I'm like trying to stretch. I'm like, like I'm trying to make it like, I feel like the noises helps me stretch. I don't know. Let me know when you want me to make the sour cream.
Sure. Oh, you can make it now.
Okay.
One trick to like not burn your fingers too much is to drop it on the one side of the tortilla, get that side coated really quickly in oil, and then flip it. That way the oil doesn't stay that hot that long, I suppose. But anyways, should probably turn this down a bit too.
Okay, y'all, we got our sour cream and our heavy whipping cream. Yeah, I would suggest doing it in another bowl, because if you try to mix it inside of here, you're just going to make a mess.
Well, especially if you have a new container like this. Right?
Yeah, if it's just like half full and you don't mind mixing the rest of it, like everyone in your household doesn't mind it, go ahead and just pour it all in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got all of it that I could out of there. Okay, and then you're gonna pour your heavy cream in there. I kind of just pour a little bit at a time and mix it until it's about a good consistency. So I'll do it that way. Because I believe you want it to be creamy, right?
It needs to be, well, yeah, but it needs to be a little runny.
A little runny.
Which I know traditionally Salvadorian cream isn't runny, but, or at least not the ones I'm able to buy here. I don't know. I'm not, never been to El Salvador, right? So.
Okay, let's get the expert's opinion on it.
Well, did you add salt?
Not yet.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That should be good.
You add a little bit of salt in there. And that was a good consistency there, so I just added a little bit. It looked like it was a half a teaspoon that I put in there. But there you go. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Yep.
And it goes really great on top of these enchiladas. Alright, y'all, here is our my finished plate. Doesn't it look so beautiful? Doesn't it look so delicious?
And this is what stacked looks like. So.
Yeah. And it tastes amazing. It smells amazing. I can't wait to eat all of this. Ugh. Okay, but let me go ahead and take a bite of the rice. That's really good. Now for the star of the show. That's so good. Yeah, that's really amazing.
Now it's my turn to serve. And anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. If you decide to make it, let us know how you like it.
Yeah, let us know how it goes. But thank y'all so much for watching, and thank you, Guero, for joining us and showing how to make this delicious food. But we will see y'all again. Bye.
Mwah.